So more news just came out on the Chiefs' new signing, Louis Rees-Zammit, and he's officially signed. He is a Kansas City Chief, but what I found interesting is that the Chiefs plan to use him at running back. I mean, I like it, man. He's gonna be huge in pads. I already know in pads he's gonna look huge. He's gonna be like one of them bulldozer dudes that's just running through everybody. I could easily see it happening. And to be honest, Louis Rees, he is a phenomenal player. He's a phenomenal player at rugby. Now, I'm going to be reacting to some of y'all comments because a lot of y'all knew a lot about rugby. I was surprised to see that much people that know about rugby commenting on my channel. So I'm going to be reacting to some of y'all comments on this video so we could also get to know Louis Rees-Zammit. We could get to know him more off of rugby. We could get to know him more off of rugby fans in the comments. Sorry. But, he looked very, very happy to be a Chief. He's rocking number 9, Juju's old number. Him being a running back, I like it. I think he's going to be, like I said, I already told you what type of running back I think he's going to be. I think he's also going to be able to catch up the backfield because he's been practicing on running routes and stuff like that. So once he gets adjusted to, the NFL, ways and, how you're supposed to hold the football and stuff like that, once he gets adjusted to all that and he keeps working, he's going to be very, very fun to watch. He's going to be fun to watch. And I really think this is actually low-key a solid signing. A lot of Chiefs fans are saying do not trust this guy to blow up and become a star. But I definitely at least trust him to be a solid running back, 2 behind Pacheco maybe. If one day, I don't know. I just think he could be good, man. I really think he has potential. I don't know if he's going to be Derrick Henry or nothing. But I love the potential, and it's just fun seeing an international player and a rugby player translate into the NFL. And I'm all for it, man. I know a lot of people hate it, but I don't want to bring up, racism and stuff like that on my YouTube channel because that's a whole nother conversation that has nothing to do with football. But for sure, I believe that he has a lot of potential, and I just still don't figure out why Chiefs fans hate it, why some of them hate it. I really don't get it. I think some of them just, I don't know. Y'all want Derrick Henry or something, but nah, V-Shed, we got to deal with a project. Y'all gonna see. Pacheco was a 7th round running back, so V cheated. He's gonna show you that he's gonna want to develop a running back on his own. He's not trying to go and get no running back. So we gonna see what Zammit gonna be working with, man. How fast he could develop and what the training staff could do with him. It's definitely gonna take time, man. End of the day, Louis Rees-Zammit is not gonna just become a Pro Bowler overnight or anything like that. But I just said I want to see him featured in things such as kick returning at least for the first year. I don't ask for much. I'm not asking him to be a Pro Bowl running back or, a Pro Bowler. But what I want to see him do is kick return. I want to see him return kicks. Because I believe he could be a Pro Bowl kick returner, man. Because y'all don't understand. The way these kickoff rules are made is really going to be a great... It's gonna really work in Zammit's favor. It really will. And I know this is my back-to-back video on Zammit, but at the end of the day, I have to react to some of y'all comments. And I also have more to say about him signing and stuff like that, and what position he's gonna play. So it's nothing wrong with me making back-to-back videos on him, just an exciting player overall. It's gonna be fun, man. This actually has me interested in rugby. I didn't even know nothing about rugby. I just knew the name, but I didn't really know how the sport looked or how highlights even looked of rugby. This doesn't look that bad to watch, y'all. I could actually get into this, actually. I feel like I could get into this sport. It doesn't look bad at all to watch. But I'm going to react to some of y'all comments from the last video. So he said, Joe Martin 4751 said, suddenly all rugby fans across the world have just become Kansas City Chiefs supporters. Now, some people in the comments were saying that that's not true. Some people in the comments were saying it's the opposite. But my opinion on this is that'd be nice, man, if some rugby fans could come support the Kansas City Chiefs if they want to follow his career and root for him to have a great career. That'd be cool for them to root for the Chiefs, man. I would love it. Now, I know we got a lot right now. We got the Swifties, and then we gonna have some rugby fans. The Chiefs starting to become the most popular team in sports. So they're starting to become America's football team, in my opinion, because they're branding themselves in a crazy way. Now, if Clark Hunt could be less cheap, the Chiefs could even have more of a pop, when it comes to being that type of team that the whole world, you know what I mean. But that's for another video, man. Now let's get into the next comment. So the next comment is by Monty Brewster7. As a Welshman, I tell you, this kid is even better than you think. He's got better year on year in rugby, and as long as he gets some time on field and doesn't get sidelined based purely on stats, which is what I'm afraid of in parentheses, he's going to surprise people, I'm sure of it. We didn't get close to use him to his full potential in Welsh rugby. He's also genuinely a lifelong NFL fan, as his dad played for one of the first football teams here in Wales back in the 80s. So he grown up knowing the game. You're not getting someone who doesn't have a very least a basic, at very least a basic understanding of what he's doing. P.S. I read his weight was 209 pounds at his IPP test last week, so I believe you are right. Thanks for the vid, CP. I really hope LRZ works out for you guys. And yeah, man, that's what he said. I appreciate the comment. Thank you for telling me. Thanks for the vid. No problem for giving you the vid. And I love this because, he's educating me. He's giving me game on, where the background of, where, LRZ comes from and the background of his family. And him being a lifelong NFL fan, that makes it even better. So he knows stuff about the game of football. He's not what these people think. People think he's just an NPC that knows nothing about football. That is not the truth. He knows a lot about football. He just never played the sport. And now he's getting ready to play the sport. His dad has played the sport, so it's going to be very, very fun, man. But we got more comments to get into. Alan Morgan 2352 said, there has been a lot of arrogance from American pundits writing this guy off. Thank you for saying he's faster than his time and for open-mindedness. Good review. No problem, man. I'm always open-minded. I'm always fair to people. I treat people with the same respect. I look at everything and I take it to account. I account for it. I'm like, he has a lot of potential. You could tell by how like athletic he seems, and I knew that he was faster than he was in a test because on the 40 time. Because if you look at him in game speed, he literally looks like he's lightning fast. So that 40 time didn't mean nothing. People run 40 times slower than their actual speed all the time. So yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Like I said, if you didn't watch my video yesterday on him, you should definitely watch it. But let's get into the last comment. Alan Morgan 2352 again. To Chiefs fans, he's been running 4.2s and 4.3s in IPP. Had a shock on pro day. Trust me, he's lightning. Yeah, man, he's lightning. The dude's fast. We already know he's fast, so he's just dynamic, man. Like I said in my last video, he's an athletic freak, and he's gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be fun to experiment with. Y'all did very, very good. Y'all treated my last video very, very good. I think it's sitting at almost 13,000 views right now, or it should be heading there. So let's see how y'all do this video. Lewis Reed, Zamet, stud. I'm out. But Chiefs priority. Peace. I'm out.